Fine, have it. Alright, fine.
Hey guys, Phivo from Augustine Approved here with obviously Augustine and little Faith, and today I want to talk about knowing the difference for when to have faith and when to F off. Now, I want to dedicate this video to everyone that has ever watched their dog suffer with a reaction from a chemical worming product. Yep, the ones that are highly recommended to us all over the TV, in vet stores, that we're told are very safe and healthy for our dogs and help prevent parasites and things like that. But the thing is, they're full of poison warnings and keep out of reach of children warnings. And that kind of alarms me. When little Faith came to us for fostering, as some of you may know the story, she had a very violent reaction to one of the big name brands that I'm not going to mention. She was sick for about 24 hours, and I got on Google and I started to look things up, and I was just blown away by how many chemical wormers were causing problems, and people were reporting adverse reactions. And there's one now that's going around that we've heard a lot about. Again, I can't mention names, but some pretty horrific testimonials from organ failure to even death. So now is a greater time than ever to tell you guys why these products are so important. And not just our product, there's many other healthy options out there that are natural. I want to say that all the chemical wormers out there are based on nature, basically. They look at taking something in nature that works against, say, parasites, and they synthesize that into something that they can patent, trademark, and make it easy for everyday consumers like us to use so that they can sell it to us. Trouble is, when it's no longer natural and synthetic, the body doesn't recognize it the same. There's always, that's how I feel anyway, especially long term with accumulation of toxins, there'll be side effects. So products like ours are very important. I want to talk to you about fleas today. So people want to know the difference between Faith for fleas and F off for fleas. So Faith is made from 22 different herbs. They do a myriad of things that support the body, but mainly the special thing for fleas is that they change the taste of the blood. Fleas are attracted to a weak immune system. There are ingredients here that are known to help boost the immune system, as well as ingredients in our other supplement, Augustine Super Boost. So by boosting the immune system, firstly, they create an environment that the fleas aren't too impressed with. Secondly, by changing the taste of the blood, fleas might jump on, they'll take a bite, they don't want to be there anymore. It's just not attractive to them. So for everyday prevention, I suppose you could say, you should see some benefit with Faith. Now, where I've seen from this is my personal experiences, where it doesn't work is if you come into contact with infestations and then you get tens and hundreds of fleas all at once and on a continual basis where you're being exposed to those. That's when F off is really good. You put it all over the bedding, you put it all over the dogs, and I want to show you how safe and healthy it is to eat. It is like our zeolite product. You can see there, nothing wrong with it, actually very healthy. And the way that we see it helps with fleas, it basically absorbs moisture in a positive way where it dehydrates the fleas. It makes, again, an environment that's not hospitable to them. You want to treat the whole house if you have an infestation, your bedding, your carpets and everything, purely because they might jump off the dog. You stop putting it on the dog, they might jump back on. So we want to treat the whole area. But what I love about it as well, and people want to know what's the difference between zeolite and diatomaceous earth, otherwise known as DE, because they do sound very similar on paper. Personally, I don't know enough about DE. I don't go into it too much, but from everything that I've read, it does have similar properties, except this is a lot more powerful. And I don't know if this is fear-mongering that they're putting out there, but because it's a lot more gritty, the DE is a lot more gritty, it can possibly cause an irritation on the dogs. It may also dehydrate them in a negative way. Basically, the way that it's supposed to work is that a parasite or even an internal one, if you consume it, any sort of a parasite would basically graze on it, it would scrape, cut itself open, and that's how it eventually come to its death. With this, it just absorbs moisture. Again, it's very healthy to eat. It's in our Team As Zeolite products. It's definitely worth the price. And what I love about it, if you don't have time to wash your dog, and I don't recommend you wash your dog that often, and they're starting to get a little bit smelly, because it absorbs moisture, it helps to reduce smells, and it really, really works pretty instantly within a minute. So I was pretty impressed with that. So I've got to ask the question, when there are products like these available, why on earth would we ever put chemicals back in our dogs? It's in plain sight. Warning, keep out of reach of children. Poison. So next time, do ask your vet, why is it so safe? Because I just can't see the reason why I'd ever risk it. Please Google. If you're using a brand name of worming, type in the name of the brand and say reviews or adverse reactions. See what's coming up. It's pretty horrific. Yep, follow the links in the video and you'll be able to see everything about where to buy it, where to learn more about it. And do get in touch as always anytime if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. You want it, don't you? And I gotta change my pants. I've got drool all over them.